Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway, tonight's production live of PGR eSports. You are watching live for the first broadcast of the PGR Friday Night Superspeedway Series right here on PGR eSports. And look, this series got off to a good start last week. It was in the Xfinity cars. This week, the bread and butter, the Craftsman trucks are back. We raced them last night. We're back at Talladega tonight. It is going to be a good one, and I cannot wait. And I'm glad that you are joining me along for the ride. 60 seconds to go in the qualifying session as we let everybody get in here. Get comfortable. Grab yourself a snack. Grab yourself a beverage as we are getting ready to go for 55 laps of action here tonight from Talladega Superspeedway qualifying again on the racetrack. There are about 40 trucks, maybe possibly 41 awaiting the start of tonight's race. In fact, I think it might be 40 even, and it is an even 40 in tonight's field, and it is a lot of the best super speedway racers in the game getting ready to go at it for a 55-lap event tonight. Again, this series got started last week. Unfortunately, myself, Austin, not available to broadcast last week, but hey, better late than never. We are here, and it is going to be a great one tonight. Again, a star-studded field. Many of the names you see on Thursdays are back here again on a Friday, ready to go at it for you for 55 laps, and I cannot wait. I've been excited about this all day. I cannot wait to see what we're going to get ourselves into here in tonight's race. The drivers are getting on the grid, and that means only one thing. That means it's time to go racing at Talladega. We'll give you a quick synopsis of the race info here briefly. It is 55 laps. It is a 50% fuel load tonight for these drivers, so strategy will come into play. About a 14 to 15 lap fuel run in tonight's race. A fast repair available tonight, which is different from Thursdays, so one fast repair available and 3 green-white checkers are available for tonight's race. The payouts we'll get into a little bit later. They are going to scale a little bit down. They're going to be pretty close, and it's a big payout night here in PGR, and that means the racing is going to be electric. I'm so glad, again, that you have come out. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with me here on PGR eSports, and we are ready to get you down trackside for tonight's starting grid, presented by PGR eSports as we get ready to go under the green flag for the first time on the pole. A quick time of 55.505 seconds. It is the driver of the 77, a multi-time PGR winner, the winner of the PGR SummerSlam last August. It is Dale Cup Games driver Alex Hill in the 77 on the pole here tonight for Friday night PGR racing. To his outside, it is the boss man of Kenneth Stamper Racing, and he's been doing this for a very long time. He's got a good starting spot tonight, knows how to get to victory lane when it matters. That is Kenny Stamper in the 30th for KSR. Row 2, the man to watch tonight, starts from the 3rd position. He won last night's race. Tonight eligible for a $100 bonus should he go to victory lane back-to-back nights. The blue and black Ford F-150, the 01 of Logan York. To his outside, another Dale Cup driver. Tonight, the number 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Not on the money seen often, but when he is, he gets the job done, knows how to run up front, and knows how to make it count. He will start tonight from 4th position. Row number 3. It'll be the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series driver in the 15 and a PGR winner as well in the Oreo Chevrolet. That is Malik Ray. To his outside, Hyper Motorsports first representative in the field tonight. That is Danny Barnes in the 7. Great starting spot for him. And a new look, Hyper Motorsports Chevrolet tonight. Row 4, KSR's Devin Ray. One of the members of the Jack Shack here tonight is 7th. To his outside, Stephen Allen. Great qualifying effort for the driver of the 12. He'll start on the outside of row number 4. Rounding out row number 5 and the top 10. It'll be Zach Range in the 043 in 9th. It'll be Kevin Freeze, a multi-time PGR winner, in the 10th position. Row 6, Matt Lee in the 04 of NBG Motorsports. He'll start 11th. The boss man at McCullough Motorsports, Kenny McCullough, he'll start from 12th. Row 7, Heath Jobe for Hyper Motorsports in the 760. Justin Mills, the Little Guy Series champ from a season ago, in the 11 for BAR. He makes a return tonight as well. Row 8, the reigning Little Guy Series champ for Team PGR. That is Mike Davenport, the 55. He'll start 15th. It'll be Richard Elliott in the 16th position for BAR. Row 9, a bit further back in the field than we're used to seeing this guy, the 6 of Cody Nagels. He'll start from 17th tonight. To his outside, the McCullough Motorsports driver, John Mullahan, in the 37. Row 10, Robert Wagner in the 17, and Brian Hennings for VRX in the 74. Row 11, Kenneth Moyer in the 3. He'll start 21st. Sean Corbett for BAR. He'll start 22nd. The Tuesday Night Thunder driver, Jared Haynes, having a nice season on Tuesdays. Looking to maintain it here on Friday. He'll start 23rd. Kenny Reel is back in the field tonight as well. He'll start from 24th. PGR's Brock Westmoreland. He'll start from 25th. Mark Math in the 199, the Rightco driver. He'll start 26th. Row 14 will be KSR's Dustin Carruthers. In the 36, going to be the 10 on your screen. The 36 on your timing and scoring. And Nathan Rostasil, he'll start 28th. Row 15, David Cheats in the 1 from McCullough Motorsports. PGR's J.R. Miller, a Tuesday night winner this year. Jonathan Legier, he'll start from 31st. Tim White, he'll start from 32nd. It'll be Manatzi Major starting from 33rd. The NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series driver Michael Guest will start from 34th. Row 18, Andrew Navarro in the 42, and Dylan Jones in the 39. Nathaniel Lee will start 37th with Michael Clay back in 38th. Last row on the field tonight, Mark Vondell from McCullough Motorsports and Jimmy Emos in the 98. A 40-car field ready to take to the high banks of Talladega Superspeedway. I'm ready. I've been ready all day, and I hope you are as well. We are ready to get this one underway from Talladega Superspeedway. You're watching the PGR eSports Friday Night Superspeedway Series, and we are ready to get under the green flag. Alex Hill for Dale Cup, Kenny Stamper of KSR will bring them into the trial for the first time. They await the green flag. We'll get this one underway for the first time. 55 laps of racing is green here at Talladega for PGR eSports. And a quick caution flag, as we've had an incident towards the back of the field. I believe it might be a possible start violation here. And I'm not seeing anything in terms of a crash. Well, it's awfully convenient that we can, let me make sure the audio's working so we can get this in here, as we do have race controller Michael Triscaro in the booth with us. Mike, something wrong on the start there? Well, what's the deal with the very early caution? Scratch that. I thought we were going to get a quick word on the quick caution. Something happened towards the back. I believe Tim White is the driver that had an issue, but it's not showing a crash. So unsure what happened to the 239, but nonetheless, he will head to pit road. And we will try this one again. We'll reline them up on lap number 1. So we thought we were going to get into the festivities tonight. Unfortunately, these guys had some other plans. Lineup's not going to change. We'll just re-rack, restack, and hopefully get back under the green flag here quickly. They will catch the field here, catch the pace car here on the back straightaway. And we'll talk a little bit more about this bonus. So last night, Logan York, the 0-1, got his first ever PGR eSports victory in the Thursday night series. Well, the bonus, as per last week, is being given where if you can win on Thursday and then repeat and win again on Friday night, you'll get an extra $100 in the bank account. Well, Logan York, our Thursday night winner, he got a good qualifying effort, and now in the 3rd position, he's in a really great spot to potentially cash in on this bonus. And, man, what a boost it would be for him already. I mean, the Thursday win is big enough as it is. Logan York, a guy that has been clawing away at this for a while, a multi-time Little Guy Series winner. Then he won in Tuesday Night Thunder a few weeks back, and now he goes and wins a PGR race on Thursday. And he is looking for that big bonus, but interestingly, he's going to come to pit road here on lap 2. Some strategy being played. We'll see who comes and who does not. Malik Ray, Devin Ray, or excuse me, not Devin Ray, it's Malik Ray and Steven Allen will follow him to pit road. Justin Mills as well. And Kenny Reel, some others going to make a pit stop on lap 2, coming to lap 3. So some strategy being played early on at the front of the field, and they will relinquish their spots at least for the moment. Long race, 55 laps. It is a little bit longer than we're used to here on the money side of things, but nonetheless, they're going to come to pit road, and again, a smaller fuel tank as well. 50% fuel tank from experience. Running in a league that has a 50% fuel load on these super speedways, you're going to get about 14 to 15 laps here at Talladega in the trucks with a 50% fuel load. So several green flag pit stops ahead, and that is going to be so much fun to watch as the strategy unfolds. One car right here on the tail end of the lead lap, and that is going to be, looks like the 28 of Jonathan Legier. So a rough start for him as well. Nobody really able to make any movements there in terms of positions. Biggest mover, if you really want to call it that, although we only made it about 100 feet, would be Mark Math up to 19th, Michael Guest up to 27th, and Jimmy Emos up to 34th. So a few cars are on the move early because of the quick caution. And Tim White, again, some kind of issue on the start, but no crash registered, so unfortunately, no replay to show you. That's kind of a weird incident to start the night, but hopefully we get some green flag racing here in just a moment. some interesting storylines here at the front. Multi-time winner Alex Hill. Kenny Stamper looking for a Friday night win now. Vicente Guerrero looking to make his mark as well. You know how good he is at super speedways. Well, he's at the front right now. Danny Barnes, what a night it would be for him if he could go to victory lane. Devin Ray eagerly looking for a victory as well there in the 22. The 2 on your timing and scoring to 22 on the side of the truck tonight for Devin Ray. He runs in the 5th position right now. We know what Kevin Freeze brings to the table. In the 25, the Budweiser Chevrolet. He always brings his A game to these PGR races on Thursday nights, looking to break into the Friday night win column as well. A lot to be determined, and we will go 1 to go. The lights will go out atop our iRacing.com pace car. And we will try this again. We'll try to get back under the green flag, hopefully a clean start this time, and be able to put this one under the green flag and get some green flag racing under our belts. We'll call that a false start. In football, a 5-yard penalty. That's what we'll call that initial start. We'll try this again and give it another shot. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight here on a Friday. Glad to see everybody coming out here. Go ahead and subscribe to PGR eSports while you're here. Help us grow this incredible platform we've got going. A lot of big things on the way on Thursdays, on Fridays. Obviously, our coverage on Tuesdays as well with Tuesday Night Thunder. The Little Guys Series starting back up, I believe, a week from Monday. So be on the lookout for that. I'll have you all the way through Season 5 there as well. Myself and Matthew Baker should have you all the way through Season 5 as we crown another Little Guys Series champ. And after the season we saw this past season, you'll want to tune in. You will want to come back for the Little Guys Series, 11 p.m. or 11:15 on Mondays, starting a week from Monday. Not this upcoming Monday, a week from Monday, May the 6th. Mark the date. The Little Guys Series returns to PGR eSports as we will crown a 5th Little Guys Series champion after PGR's Mike Davenport, currently running back in the 11th position in this race. We're going to look at him real quick before we go back green. He is the reigning champ of the Little Guys Series, as he won the championship for Team PGR. As one driver up around the outside, that's Tim White. Well, I hate to break it to him, but the field's about to go back under green, so he's going to quickly go back a lap down, I believe. So, nonetheless, he's going to go around the field. And here we go again. We'll try this one more time. Pace car is down. Lap 5 will go on the board. It'll be 51 laps to go here on a Friday night as Alex Hill and Kenny Stamper again bring us into the restart zone. And we will try this one once more from Talladega, waiting on the flagman to throw that green flag. There it is. Green flag. Now we're racing for PGR eSports. Back to the trial, lap 1 completed at the line, and it's going to be Alex Hill and Vicente Guerrero battling for the lap lead at the line. Advantage 14. Vicente Guerrero leads the field in PGR. He'll lead lap 1 with the help of Devin Ray on the bottom side of the racetrack. Top side still Alex Hill and Kenny Stamper with Danny Barnes in tow. Zach Range has worked his way to third on the bottom as the third line begins working further back. Michael Guest, Malik Ray, the 2 NASCAR iRacing Coca-Cola Series drivers. David Sheets is with them. Ron Morris is with them as well, I do believe, up on the outside of the racetrack. It's not Ron Morris, that's J.R. Miller. Again, at 78, the new 78 look is still confusing me to this point. As Alex Hill gets clear of the 14 of his teammate on the bottom side, they will get clear of both of those trucks up on the top side of the racetrack, and Alex Hill now leads some laps here in PGR, but the third line is starting to work. Malik Ray and the Money Lion Toyota Tundra of Michael Guest. They bring Dustin Carruthers with them. He takes a quick move up in line as Alex Hill gets the bottom, but now advantage top side. Here comes the boss man, Kenny Stamper. On the top side with Danny Barnes as his help, and now the bottom side reels back in again. Vicente Guerrero, one of the best pushers on the racetrack tonight. He is pushing the bottom lane, and the third lane starting to gain some more traction. Michael Guest was leading it. Now it's Mike Davenport that leads the top side, headed for 3. Down the Alabama Gang Super Stretch, we are 3 by 3 by 3. 5 rows deep, make it 6 as J.R. Miller takes his truck up there to the safer barrier. He'll jump up there as well, and the third lane starting to get some traction. Here comes Davenport off turn number 4. He wants the race lead. Hill has it, Guerrero on the bottom, and it's Davenport up top with a big push from Michael Guest. He will get cleared. Hill up to side draft, but Davenport's going to get clear going into 1. He will drop down to the bumper of Alex Hill, move the 55 to P1 on the scoring pylon. Ooh, man, big push, almost offset there to Mike Davenport. That would have been big right at the front of the field. Everybody keeps it together. Now still 3 wide. Davenport middle, Guerrero bottom, Michael Guest up top. One truck going to have to bail off the racetrack. That is Tim White. And yeah, the train's coming on through, and you're on the tracks. You're the 239, but he bails off the racetrack. Davenport solely to the race lead now in 3. Does he have room to drop down? Not quite. Bottom line resurges. Vicente Guerrero, Devin Ray, Zach Range and company. On the bottom is the top. Fades just a little. Down to side draft comes Michael Guest and Malik Ray. They want to get to the front, but the top's starting to bail. The top's starting to fade. The temperatures are starting to go away. They're going to need one more truck to jump out there on lap number 8 as the field laps back by the start-finish line. I believe you want to look at Alex Hill as to be that truck to jump out and go back to the lead. Alex Hill is not like not leading laps. Now, though, he will get a chance to lead the middle again as he will lead the middle into turn 1 as Davenport drops down. Fast, furious, exciting racing. That's what we've gotten out of the trucks so far this quarter, if you will, in PGR, and they are doing it so far again tonight. You saw Kevin Freeze. He faded out of the field. He's gone all the way to the back. So Kevin Freeze wants no part of what's going on at the front. They're going to all drop back. Dustin Carruthers, Michael Guest, all going to drop back. Mark Math going to go backwards with them, as well as J.R. Miller. Logan York jumps into the gap in the top side, so they'll roll a little bit here, but again, they got a ways to go. Some more work to be done. Up front, Michael Guest, or excuse me, not Michael Guest, Mike Davenport, that is, and Alex Hill. Continue to lead the field down towards 1, but now again, here comes the top line, and this time they got a bigger surge. Malik Ray, the Oreo Chevrolet, jumps his way up to the top side, and now we'll be even with the leaders in 1 and 2. In fact, they're all going to go flying on by. New leader in 1 and 2, it's Malik Ray. And they all 3 may get clear here off 2. Great surge there by Ray, Guest, and Logan York. Trouble in the back. Cody Nagels is around. John Mullahan is around and more. And they go spinning out the backside. Richard Elliott, Brock Westmoreland, as trouble strikes in the middle of the field on lap 10. And under the caution flag we go. Once again, Andrew Navarro is in it as well in the 42. A lot of trucks involved in this. A lot of good trucks involved in this one. You saw Cody Nagels as well. It's sideways. We'll go back and take a look. It started back here around the 6, and actually I think started up here around John Mullahan. Let's see. Let me get a little better angle of this one. This one started pretty close to the front of the field, about 8 rows back in the field. And let's see here. Let's go back a little bit further. Watch right behind John Mullahan. You're going to watch the Manatsi Major truck, the 82, the Sprite Chevrolet Silverado. And he is trying to find that gap in the top line, and man, just comes right across the back end of Mark Math, who then collects John Mullahan. Cody Nagels gets collected. Matt Lee bails to the apron, and now watches this track gets blocked. Westmoreland, Navarro involved. Sean Corbett, my goodness, how did he miss that? Justin Mills as well. He's going to escape. Oh, man, Heath Job. We're going to have to go on board with a few trucks here because that was impressive from those trucks that got through this wreck. I see one more truck getting in it there. Can't tell exactly who that is. Well, it's the 23, Kenny Reel. The Premier Racing Setups Silverado. Let's get a little bit better angle of this. No, it's not really going to help us. Let's try this camera here. You see right there the contact with the 199, the 82. So the 82 comes up, clips the 199, hooks him down to the 6, and it is on from there. Cody Nagels, I think, saved that truck. Watch up ahead. Oh, man. Cody Nagels, are you kidding me? Highlight reel save. Richard Elliott, Brock Westmoreland. So, honestly, all things considered, Navarro getting involved there in the 42. All things considered, this could have been a much larger incident than it was. It ended up being a little bit smaller than I guess I initially anticipated. So we're going to take a couple onboard looks here. We will start. What do we want to start with here? We will start with Heath Job in the 760 running right behind this incident. I want to get on board with him because this is incredible. You're on board with Heath Job in the 760. We're actually going to back it up just a little bit more. You're on board with the Hyper Motorsports driver. Waits for the seas to part, and on forward he goes. Incredible work there by Heath Job. We'll go on board with another driver. We'll go on board with Sean Corbett in the 45. Let's see if we can find him here. He's on the bottom in behind Brian Hennings. Here's his view. Oh, man. Good stuff there from Corbett as well. And one final on board. Cody Nagel's in the 6. Look at him working the hands back and forth and back and forth. Incredible work there, and he keeps his truck straight, keeps his race alive. So back to live conditions, our second caution flag technically of the night. Our first one again came out on lap number 1 with the incident with Tim White. But that wreck collects John Mullahan, Cody Nagels, Andrew Navarro, Brock Westmoreland, Richard Elliott, Manatzi Major, and Mark Math. For the most part, are the trucks involved in that one. Should get back going here on lap number 14. As we get ready to go back under the green flag here in just a moment, it is Malik Ray leading the field so far. The 77 of Alex Hill runs right behind him in second. Michael Guest, after their spirited run to the front, he'll line up behind Malik Ray on this restart. He'll start third. Logan York will be fourth. So Logan, after pitting on our last caution with Malik Ray, they have driven all the way back to the front and now run first and fourth. So good effort for them so far. Vicente Guerrero, Devin Ray will be on row 3. Dustin Carruthers, Mike Davenport on row 4. Matt Lee and Kenny Stamper on row number 5. So green flag coming out again on lap 14. So now down to what looks to be about a 3 pit stop race. Should it go green? Excuse me, a 2 pit stop race. Should it go green from here? We expect they'd have to pit around lap 28 or lap 29. And again around lap 44. Should this race go green from here? We'll have to see. First pit stop out of the way already. Now we await to see if this race will get into green flag pit stops or become a bit of an attrition race, if you will. "13 laps complete again, notably a fast repair available tonight for these drivers, so keep that in mind. Whereas on Thursday nights when we race in the trucks, those fast repairs have kind of gone away. On Friday night, at least tonight, we do have one available. So keep that in mind in terms of where drivers are at. And when they get involved in a wreck, their night is not necessarily over tonight as it would be on a Thursday night. A bit of a wild card thrown into tonight's race. 42 laps to go in PGR Friday Night Racing. And Malik Ray brings the field back into the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air, and off the field rolls towards turn number 1. Ray with help from Guest and Guerrero on the bottom. Hill with help from York up top. Devin Ray got a little bit separated. And trying to get back forward. It's going to allow the bottom line to have a major surge here on the exit of turn 2, but not for long. Here comes Alex Hill. 77 of Alex Hill up the outside. He's going to get the lead as the field heads for turn number 3. Logan York doing a very nice job of pushing. We'll get Hill clear on the bumper of Malik Ray, but not by much. That was awfully tight. They make it work. And Hill now leads the bottom. York leads the top. Logan York wants the lead for the first time on Friday night. Devin Ray trying to get to him to give him some help. Malik Ray, will he get clear to the top? No, he will not. Here come Devin Ray, Logan York, Mike Davenport, Matt Lee and company. Hill gets loose of the bumper of Malik Ray. They have to scramble on the bottom. It checks up the entire bottom line, and Sean Corbett's going to go around. The 45 is sideways, but he gets it back straightened out. Great save by Sean Corbett. He'll be able to rejoin the field and blend in turn one. Up front, Alex Hill leads after that bit of a scramble there at the exit of the tri-oval. Allows Logan York to get all the way forward to the lead. Poconos out front, headed back up the banking in turn number 3. The third line was starting to work before that. I don't think it is anymore. The field is seriously split up. Hill, bottom to top. He'll go up in front of Logan York. A nice push here off the exit of turn number 4, but a nice surge on the bottom as well. Here comes Malik Ray for his second PGR win, this one on a Friday night. He won a Thursday night race a few weeks back. Alex Hill looking to deny him. Logan York, obviously, he wants the bonus tonight for being the repeat winner this week. Big time pushing both lines here. 40 laps to go at Talladega. We expect pit stops in about 12 laps time. We get to that point. Top line starting to roll. Justin Mills, Heath Job, the first two to jump out. Kenny Reel wants to go with him. One car off, trouble. Headed to 3. We had a couple get loose, but everybody saves it. J.R. Miller, great bit of driving there from the 78. A couple others got off track. We don't have time to go back and look. We got to keep it up front, as this has seriously split up the field. One car getting ready to go a lap down. We'll tell you who that is in a moment. Logan York back to the race lead in 1. Cody Nagel's lurking. Dustin Carruthers lurking. Ryan Hennings lurking, the 74. As that is the Stephen Allen truck that will go a lap down. Down the Alabama Gang super stretch on lap 17, almost halfway through this pit run. York, big surge to the outside. He gets the race lead. Devin Ray, Mike Davenport, Matt Lee, now the top 3 in the outside line. Does Hill push himself clear again here in 3 and 4? Go right back to the top side. Would not be surprised. And off of 4, he's going to get awfully close, but not quite enough to get clear in the 77. And now Logan York seems like a quick move to the outside, but nonetheless he goes up there in front of Devin Ray. Trouble. Kenny Stamper's around, but he saves it. Oh my heavens. Kenny Stamper with a gem of a save. Just add to the highlight reel already in this race. Cody Nagels, Sean Corbett, and now Kenny Stamper. Add to the highlight reel. Big push on the bottom. Malik Ray forward with Michael Guest. Vicente Guerrero as well. Ray up to the top side with the help of Alex Hill. Guest on the bottom with Guerrero. They're a lot more disorganized on the bottom side of the racetrack, so the top side will roll. Here off turn number 4, and it'll be Malik Ray controlling the field. No surprise, the pros are elbow to elbow at the front. The Oreo Chevrolet, the Money Lion Toyota Tundra. Ray, does he get back to the bottom? And Michael Guest not quite going to stay up here in front of Alex Hill. As they continue to ride 2 by 2 here at the front of the field, because the field is very split up right now. You can kind of see how spread apart this field is further back. Outside line starting to work. It's J.R. Miller, but now they drop right back in. Malik Ray now this time will get clear to the bottom side of the racetrack in front of Michael Guest, but Ray gets sideways. He'll check up the bottom, but everybody going to keep it going for now. That again allows Mills to jump top. Nagels jump ship as well. So does Matt Lee. Miller back to the middle. Here comes Nagels. Again, one of the better pushers in the field. The Friend Real Estate Chevrolet is all over the back of Matt Lee's PRS Martin Sports Toyota Tundra. Matt Lee, the 04, is rolling all the way to the front of the field. He wants a piece of the lead. And so too does his teammate Cody Nagels. Welcome to the party, Dale Cup. Up on the outside, it's Lee. He'll get a nice surge down the back. Malik Ray up in front of Alex Hill, but it is no use. Here comes the top side. Lee is clear middle. Nagels is not. Lee's going to be able to take it here into 3. He'll go top to bottom instead of middle. He'll go all the way to the bottom in front of Michael Guest. And now Nagels and Mills will try to regroup and get the top line rolling. Don't be surprised to see Alex Hill jump out in front of his Dale Cup teammate Cody Nagels, and on cue, up goes the 77. Hangs out Malik Ray. Now the middle line is disorganized, and here comes Alex Hill with his teammate Cody Nagels on the top side. And they both get clear here into 1. They're pushing awfully hard. Middle still has yet to materialize. They will both be clear. Headed to turn 1. That's a tight clear by Nagels, but they make it work. If you doubted that Cody Nagels would run at the front of tonight's race, well, that doubt is gone. Because here he is. The ERA Omega Cup Spring Bowl winner, pushed by one of the NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series winners from this season at Atlanta, Malik Ray. Up top, it's Mills. Welcome to the party, Kenny McCullough for the first time. Nathaniel Lee has made his way forward. And they bring along with them Heath Job of Hyper Motorsports. 4 trucks up on the outside, still trying to make it work. But just not much going for them. Now they start to roll a little, but just not enough to beat that strong middle and bottom line. Nagels back to the bottom in front of his teammate Alex Hill. Malik Ray in the middle with Logan York and Devin Ray. Mills all the way topside. Still trying to make it work. Man, that is a tight side draft in 1 and 2. Nagels back up in front of Ray, controlling the 2 lanes, working back and forth. Playing Pied Piper here at the front. Down the backstretch they go. Into 3, John Mullahan will go a lap down in the 6. As the field will work by him, it's now 3 wide, 6 rows deep. Justin Mills still trying to make it work with Kenny McCullough up on the top side. But just no dice. They don't have enough trucks, and now the temps are going to start to run out. Nagels back to the bottom. Working the lanes like Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the front of the field is the 6 car. 23 laps on the board, 23 remain. Halfway in PGR eSports Friday night. Excuse me, not quite halfway. We're about 7 to 8 laps short of halfway. Wow, my math is way off. Don't mind me. Still about 6 laps short of halfway, 5 laps short of halfway. Top line fades. Mills, McCullough and company. It'll be Cody Nagels that now leads a 2x2 line for the first 4 rows, make it 5. As the top continues to fade down. Nagels jumps back up, grabs his teammate Alex Hill. Bottom side, Lee, Guest, Guerrero, Carruthers, and Hennings. Zach Range has worked his way back forward. Kenny McCullough is going to find himself a spot in line. So is Heath Job. And so is, I believe, as Cody Nagels blinks a little bit here in the front. Can't tell who that other truck was back there. I believe it might have been Kenny Reel, but I'm not sure. Nagels back to the top. It's a nice push here at the beginning of the back straightaway. That line really working strong now, really surging. In fact, both of them are going to get to the bottom here. Both Dale Cup trucks now line up on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now Alex Hill dives back out to the top side. Coordinated moves up front by the Dale Cup tandem. Ray pushing on Alex Hill, but they don't really have a ton of help. A car length back to Logan York. A car length back from there to Devin Ray. Still 2x2. For about the first 10, 12, 14 rows, and then from there it's all single file. Nagels back to the lead. He'll go back top to bottom. We're approaching pit stops here at Talladega, about 4 laps short of what should be our first green flag pit cycle of the night. Nagels, oh man, that was a bit of a big moment there off turn number 2 with Alex Hill and Cody Nagels, but they make it work. Range topside, no dice, no takers. Lee, Guest, Guerrero pushing hard to the bottom. They'll get even with Cody Nagels. That's about as far as Matt Lee can get. He cannot get clear as Guest has to back off again. Nagels another blank at the front of the field, but no harm, no foul as Alex Hill is way off of him there in turns 3 and 4. Nagels top to bottom. 25 laps down, 30 laps remain. That first pit stop is coming up. First green flag pit stop, that is coming up. 3 laps, we imagine, until pit stops. Another blink in the front for Cody Nagels. Man, they are pushing hard up here. Malik Ray's been squirrely all race, it feels like. So is Alex Hill. Three wide. There goes Malik Ray. But nobody goes with him. Does anybody go up top to help Malik Ray? No, he's going to get sent as far back as at least 10th, maybe 12th, maybe further back than that. That's all the gap that Matt Lee needed. Now he's going to take a turn out front of the field. Matt Lee. Martin Sports Tundra takes another turn out front as Nagels, again, struggling with connection issues here at the front of the field, but trying to hang in there at the very least until the pit stop. Very discombobulated top lane. Now bottom lane starts to surge. It's Cody Nagels with Michael Guest. Off turn number 2 and down the Alabama Gang super stretch once again. Drivers starting to file at the bottom of the racetrack. Only 7 remain up top. Matt Lee, Alex Hill, Zach Range, Kenny McCullough, Nathan Rostasil, Malik Ray, and Kevin Freeze. Now Nathaniel Lee as well. Off turn 4. Matt Lee should get clear right here onto the front stretch. He will. He's going to try to bring Alex Hill with him. They're trying. Still trying. Here headed for 1, and now they both get down. So now they are both clear. Make it 5 up top. Range, McCullough, Rostasil, Freeze, Devin Ray. Pit stops are coming. When are they going to happen? We imagine it will be very quickly here. Off of 2, down the backstretch again. Zach Range, he'll take his first turn. He'll poke the nose of that Mercedes Snapdragon Chevrolet out front with the help of Kenny McCullough and Nathan Rostasil. Off turn 4, tight side draft as Range tries to get down. He thought about taking it there. He thinks about taking it again. Lee's off the racetrack. Can they all save it? Yes, they can. Big moment again for Matt Lee and Zach Range. Everybody keeps it going straight, going the right direction. .27 to go. We expect pit stops this time by or soon. Talladega Superspeedway. Just joining us. You joined us at the right time, just past halfway. In this one, we are approaching our first green flag pit stop of the night. Range not able to get clear. They do have a little bit more help now as Nathaniel Lee's jumped up there, and so is J.R. Miller, but not a ton of help up on the top side, not a ton of commitment, and I think it's because pit stops are coming. And this time on lap 29, so don't listen to me when you're talking about pit calculations, I guess. Past the start-finish line again, 26 laps remain. PGR eSports Friday Night Superspeedway Racing at Talladega. It is Matt Lee, who is your leader. Zach Range, Alex Hill, 2nd and 3rd. Kenny McCullough, Cody Nagels, 4th and 5th. Rest of the top 10, Nathan Rostasil, Michael Guest, Kevin Freeze, Vicente Guerrero, and Malik Ray. Imagine another pit stop this time by, I would figure, this is about the target lap I had. It was 29 or 30. They decide to hit pit road this time. Let's see off turn number 4. One taker further back, it's Dylan Jones. And I believe Justin Mills, Jared Haynes, Richard Elliott also make the jump to pit road. First round of pit stops coming to 25 laps to go. And here we go. The cycle of pit stops begins, and now in the back of your mind, if you're a driver, the mistakes start to make themselves apparent. You know, don't speed, don't slide your tires, don't miss your box, don't slide through the box, don't hit the grass, don't get in too high, don't hit anybody coming to pit road. So many mistakes can be made in this sequence right here that can ruin your race if this race stays green. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to be that guy that forces a mistake or causes an incident here coming to pit road. Off turn 4, more takers, and this is most of the field. Matt Lee, Alex Hill, Vicente Guerrero, Malik Ray, all coming to pit road. Trouble further back. Rasta still goes sideways. Brian Hennings goes sideways. J.R. Miller's going to get out of shape. Kevin Freeze has to dive out of the way. But everybody, for the most part, gets on pit road, and unfortunately, by his lonesome, still on the speedway, is Michael Guest. And it's a tough break for the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series driver, who is going to be caught in the crosshairs here of the unfortunate pit road situation. He'll come to pit road this time by. He'll cede the lead. Cars to watch will be right here. Alex Hill, Matt Lee, and company. They got away. The rest of the field did not. So these two get away. The rest of the field going to run them down. But these two pretty well hooked up. Ooh, a bit of an interesting situation there with Justin Mills, a little bit of a game of chicken. So the cars that had some issues on pit road, Justin Mills, Tim White, Andrew Navarro, and some others. Bypass Michael Guest. I'll tell you this, if Alex Hill and Matt Lee can get some help in this draft, I'm not saying they're going to be able to run away, because I don't think that's possible in these kinds of races with the amount of cars behind them. But yeah, now, right as I said that, the gap is starting to really close in a hurry here. So forget I mentioned that. But this lead group that's potentially going to be fighting for the win just got a lot smaller. I mean, a lot of cars with issues on pit road. Alex Hill, Matt Lee got out okay. So did Malik Ray. So did Vicente Guerrero. So did Cody Nagels. Katie McCullough, Nathaniel Lee, Zach Range, Kevin Freeze. The cars unscathed on that round of pit stops. Only 9 trucks got away unscathed. They got away in the lead draft. One more pit stop to go in this race, by the way. Whoa, Corbett blends right in front of the leaders. That was almost a bad situation there for Alex Hill, Matt Lee, but they get away from it. Malik Ray 2 seconds behind the leaders. You're going to see him come into frame here briefly. There he is, top of your screen. And Matt Lee going to go topside here. Not sure what that was. Alex Hill, Matt Lee will pick up Devin Ray. And man, how smart a move was that? I mean, they had to really lift out of the gas to be able to pick those guys up. And here come the rest of the leaders. But 2 lap trucks in the outside going to provide a pick. Sean Corbett, Richard Elliott, the BAR teammates, will provide a pick. Still just 9 trucks at the front of the field. Alex Hill, Matt Lee pushing on the lap truck of Devin Ray. Malik Ray, Vicente Guerrero, Cody Nagels are also here at the front, as well as Kenny McCullough, Nathaniel Lee, Zach Range, and Kevin Freeze. Down the backstretch, headed for 3. It'll be 19 laps to go. We get back to the start-finish line. You're watching PGR eSports Friday Night Superspeedway Racing live on the PGR eSports Network. 1 pit stop remains. Now the question will become, do the leaders decide to potentially pit this one short and potentially pit around lap, it'd be about 4 laps from now, 5 laps from now to be safe, or they decide to run it out. They run it all the way until about 10 laps to go. It'll be awfully interesting. I mean, the gas you're taking is the same. So you want it on the front end or the back end of the run. So we used to tend to see these guys short pit, at least the guys that really were adept at pit strategy. They like to short pit. We'll see if that's the case again tonight. Come back, top off, and be good the rest of the way. Especially if they continue running lap times that are this good. I mean, if their lap time pace stays right here, it's not going to matter whether or not they short pit or if they run it long. They're going to be better on pace regardless. So we've hit kind of a lull in the action. Here with 18 laps to go, as the field is mostly singled out. Nathaniel Lee, the only truck up on the outside in the 18 on the lead lap. Corbett and Elliott are 1 lap down. Devin Ray's the tail end of the lead lap. Justin Mills, the tail end of this group, is also 1 lap down. So too is Zach Range, I believe. Zach Range is not. Wow, so no offense to Zach Range. If you come back and watch this back, I did not mean to say you're a lap down. I genuinely missed your name on the timing and scoring. Tim White is a lap down at the tail end of this slide as well. We have hit a bit of a lull in the action. Want to thank everybody in the chat while we're in a lull. Kirk Harder, Hennings to the podium. Brian Hennings got some work to do now, running in the 18th position. Azurite Falcon. Ross, the watermelon guy. KSR on top. There you go. Not the run tonight that KSR wanted. But nonetheless, a force to be reckoned with. Devin Ray is running out in front of our leaders here. Don't text and drive, kids. As Devin Ray continues to lead the line. He's not leading the field, but he's leading the line. And Trevor Osborne of KSR says, watching from the tow truck tonight. Trevor, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And hate that you can't be on the racetrack tonight with your teammates. For KSR and JSR. "16 laps to go. Pit stops coming here in about a lap or two. If these guys are going to short pit this run. A few more lap trucks about to go a lap down, and we'll tell you who they are here in a moment. Jonathan Legier, Danny Barnes, and one other truck. I can't quite catch the number. That is the 3 of Kenneth Moyer. Here we go lap down as well. 15 laps to go, 40 complete. And this race is flying by in a hurry now as we are into the latter stages of this one. And it continues to be Alex Hill, who is leading the way again in a PGR event. Alex Hill, I mean, you know what he brings to the table, a force to be reckoned with every time he comes on the racetrack, and tonight no different. All these guys have jumped topside. Nathaniel Lee and Zach Range, but nothing much going on in terms of support up there, so they will drop back here in a hurry. Alex Hill continuing to lead. Matt Lee is second. Malik Ray is third. Notably, 3 Dale Cup trucks inside the top 5 trucks in the race. Excuse me, top 7 trucks in the race. With Alex Hill, Vicente Guerrero, and Cody Nagels. Oh, bit of a scramble there on the top side. Zach Range, Nathaniel Lee, Richard Elliott, Sean Corbett have a big moment there. Off turn 4, this would be the short pit lap. If anybody chooses to do it, they do not. They'll run the tank all the way out and pit around 10 laps to go, and that will be the final pit stop of tonight's race. Coming with about 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 trucks, we imagine, unless anybody has a mistake on pit road on the last pit stop, in which case it may be less than that. And if you're this lead group, if you're in this lead group, the number one thing you do not want to see, and I hate to even say the word because of the broadcaster's jinx, but the number one thing you don't want to see is the caution flag. Because this group has it set. They have it made. The next best group on track is Michael Guest, Kenny Reel, and their group of lap trucks, which are 6 seconds back. And not gaining any time. Behind them, I mean, their other groups are bleeding time. This top 9 has this race in hand. It's going to be one of these 9 drivers that gets the payout tonight, and the top 5 payouts tonight, and we're waiting to see who that will be. Speaking of, Nathaniel Lee's going to take a turn out front. But speaking of payouts, based on 45, we had 40 tonight, so these will scale back just a little, but not much. They will scale back a little bit. $300 to first, $250 to second, $225 to third, $200 to fourth, and $150 to fifth. Very nice payouts tonight. It's based on 45, so again, this will scale back, but one more time. Tonight's race payouts: the winner, $300, second place, $250, third, $225, fourth, $200, and fifth, $150. Great payouts tonight for this race, and it's all going to come down to this pit stop. The stakes could not be higher. 11 laps to go. The pit stop expected to be in the next lap or two at Talladega, and that will be the end of the pit stops tonight. This will determine who is in the race and who is out of the race. We like to call it the money stop. This is where pit crews make their pay. This is where the drivers make their pay. In these kinds of strategy races is who can get on pit road the fastest, complete their service the fastest, and get off pit road the fastest, and have a dancing partner at the end when it's all said and done and the dust settles. We are just under 30 miles from finding out the winner of tonight's race. 10 laps to go from Talladega. Alex Hill, Matt Lee, Nathaniel Lee, Malik Ray, Vicente Guerrero, Cody Nagels, Kenny McCullough, Kevin Freeze, and Zach Range will decide this race on pit road. Everyone else, for all intents and purposes, without a caution flag, is done. This race will come down to these 9 trucks, barring any kind of mistakes on pit road or a caution flag. This time by 10 to go. Here we go on turn 4. Does anybody come to pit road? Yes, they do. Here come the Dale Cup trucks. Alex Hill, Matt Lee, Malik Ray going to join them. Kevin Freeze as well. Cody Nagels, Kenny McCullough, Moyer, and Zach Range. The only truck left on the racing surface is Nathaniel Lee. He will have to come to pit road this time by Michael Guest, Dylan Jones, David Sheets, J.R. Miller. That's a really big group that is basically right behind this group. Logan York, Mike Davenport, J.R. Miller, David Sheets, Dylan Jones, Michael Guest are basically hoping for a caution here. They have no hope otherwise. Hate to put it that way, but that is how it is. We wait Nathaniel Lee's pit stop. He'll take a turn leading this race. And he will imagine come to pit road this time by. He'll bring Justin Mills, Sean Corbett, Devin Ray, and Richard Elliott with him. A couple other trucks behind them as well, Legier and Danny Barnes. And so now, Michael Guest, Dylan Jones, Logan York, David Sheets, Kenny Reel also coming to pit road. And that leaves the field in the hands of the PGR drivers, J.R. Miller and Mike Davenport, who again have yet to make their pit stop. 8 laps to go from Talladega. We expect that group that we mentioned before will be the ones to settle this race. And I'll tell you what, that group may have gotten smaller. We'll have to wait and see. Scoring is all over the place. You can tell on the left side of your screen there, the scoring is a little bit of everywhere here. Miller and Davenport continue to lead the way. We'll go back here and see Dylan Jones around off pit road. This is the group that got out together. Kevin Freese, Matt Lee, Malik Ray, Alex Hill, Cody Nagels, and Vicente Guerrero. Behind them is the group with Kenny McCullough, Nathaniel Lee, Zach Range, but they may very well be out of this race. Nope, they're not. They're going to catch back up to the field here as well. So maybe about 9 cars in the contention for this race when it all comes said and done. Well, I'll tell you this. I give a lot of props here to J.R. Miller and Mike Davenport. I mean, they're going to try it with 6 laps to go. They do not have enough gas, so there's no way. You would have had to save about 7 laps, and that's just really more than that, actually. Well, now, wait a minute. Let's see something. Well, I was going to bring up the pit strategy and talk about that, but they pit right here with 5 laps to go, so my witty pit strategy graphic is not going to come in yet. And they are all out racing here at the front all of a sudden. And here we go. The battle for the PGR win is on. When they get back to the line, it will be 5 laps to go, and the race for the win is as follows. The following 9 cars will be in contention for tonight's win in PGR Friday Night Superspeedway Racing. They are Malik Ray, Alex Hill, Matt Lee, Cody Nagels, Kevin Freese, Nathaniel Lee, Vicente Guerrero, Zach Range, and Kenny McCullough. But Kenny McCullough may have lost this draft. Maybe down to 8 cars. Hill, nice push from Lee on the bottom. Malik Ray has Kevin Freese up top. They'll lap by some more trucks. That's Brian Hennings, Brock Westmoreland, Kenny Stamper, and Dustin Carruthers. 5 laps to go, and this has come down to pit strategy. Malik Ray trying to get his 2nd win in the PGR eSports Friday Night Superspeedway Series. Almost a wreck there with the Dale Cup trucks. They got offset, and now they'll have to regroup. Perhaps are they backing out? Are they trying to plot? Oh, man, Matt Lee gets a shot in the back from Zach Range. I thought these 3 or 4 were trying to plot, but they are not. They're going to go right back. Let's see if Cody Nagels, he's trying to get up. The plot begins for the 0-4, the 6, and the 14. They backed out of the bottom line. Now Alex Hill's up as well. This spells trouble for the 3, the 25, and the 18. Devin Ray not going to be involved in the, well, he is going to be involved in the finish, just not in the lead lap capacity. Nathaniel Lee to the outside. He wants to lead the underdog story. Can we get another underdog winner? Vicente Guerrero's now up top. They're going to split. They go middle. 3 wide. Devin Ray to the bottom side. Oh, man, Alex Hill leaning bottom, trying to get bottom, and the caution flag is out. And all of a sudden, hold that thought, because the caution flag is out. Again, we're not really sure. Nothing registering here on timing and scoring. It was not the lead pack. And overtime. We need it here tonight. So, let's set the stage for you briefly here. Again, only see yellow flag. Not sure exactly what's going on the racetrack here. But nonetheless, a yellow flag has come out, and we will set the stage. The pit stop is complete. Field waits on the pace car. The pit stop is complete. Everyone is through pit road. When all is said and done, there are going to be about 15 trucks or so on the lead lap. Might be more than that. I think it's 15. Devin Ray is listed as the first car lap down, so I believe it's going to be 15-16 tops on the lead lap. Here are the 16 trucks that are on the lead lap that will be eligible for tonight's victory, as long as the lead lap trucks all do not come to pit road, which I doubt they will, and they won't. Malik Ray leans but stays out. So here are the, okay, I did mean it, 15 trucks that will confirm tonight's race. At least in terms of lead lap. Well, that number changes again. 14 trucks on the lead lap. All right, here they are. Daniel Lee is the underdog leading the race. Alex Hill is second. Malik Ray is third. Matt Lee is fourth. Kevin Freeze is fifth. Vicente Guerrero is sixth. Cody Nagels is seventh. Zach Range is eighth. Kenny McCullough is ninth. Kenny Reel is 10th. J.R. Miller is 11th. Mike Davenport is 12th. Boy, a save and a half for them. Logan York is back in this in 13th. Dylan Jones is 14th. Michael Guest 15th. David Sheets 16th. And Devin Ray just got his lap back in 17th. Those are the 17 trucks that will control the destiny of tonight's race. It was going to be 8, maybe 9. Now it is back to 17. And this race just got a whole lot more interesting once again. Because you let back into the fray guys like J.R. Miller, a Tuesday night winner. Mike Davenport, the reigning Little Guy Series champ. Logan York, last night's winner in the trucks at Daytona. Dylan Jones, Devin Ray, Michael Guest. You let a ton of big names back into this race. A late caution. Wouldn't be a super speedway race without a late restart. And I'll tell you who I think probably the most stressed guy in the field is right now, the most on-edge guy, the most nervous guy, if you will, in the field right now. And I may be wrong on this, but in my eyes, it's Nathaniel Lee. You are staring down the barrel of one of the most notable underdog wins in the history of PGR eSports against one of its more competitive fields. This is 95% guys that run on Thursdays. Guys that run in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. Guys that have won Podium 500s. Guys that have won ERA Omega Cup Spring Bowls. Guys that run in Road to Pro and the Contender Series. And are ringers, if you will. The guys that run this night in and night out every night of the week, weeks on end. And of all the guys to be up front, it's Nathaniel Lee. And what a story that this would be. He'd add to the underdog run, the underdog story of PGR eSports, if you'll remember back with me. Chris Partman, he won a PGR eSports race with no teammates in his first start. At one time an underdog, now we know him as not an underdog anymore, but at one time an underdog, a certain Trevor Osbornoff got his first PGR victory. Now, of course, we know him as a lot more than an underdog now, but at the time, an underdog. And so many others have gotten their first wins in PGR, have gotten that underdog story to work. Nathaniel Lee looking to add to that, be another underdog winner here tonight. He is 2 laps away from one of the most surprising, shocking underdog wins that this series has seen. And you could not ask for a better group of pushers behind you. Look at the trucks lined up behind him on the bottom. Malik Ray, a Pro Series driver. Kevin Freeze, one of the best in the business on super speedways. A league champion, a multi-time PGR winner. Cody Nagels, the Spring Bowl champ, a league champion. And in the top echelon of what we do, Kenny McCullough, one of the most prolific racers in our side of things, our niche of this activity. J.R. Miller, a Tuesday night winner. Logan York, a Thursday night winner. If you wanted a strong line of cars behind you, Nathaniel Lee's got it right here, but he's got a tough challenge as well. Alex Hill has a teammate 2 trucks back. He's got Matt Lee, a former teammate, behind him. Zach Range is in this. Kenny Reel is in this. A lot to be figured out. Overtime attempt number 1 of 3 is about to get underway. Who will get the job done in PGR? Green flag is back in the air. 2 laps to go from the high banks. Great start by Nathaniel Lee. Great start by Malik Ray. Good start up top by Alex Hill and Matt Lee. And behind them, it's all kinds all over the place. Does Vicente Guerrero take a look 3 wide for the victory? He's leaning. He's thinking about it. He stays in line. Down the back straightaway for potentially one of the final times. Top side, here comes Zach Range. He brings with him Kenny Reel. Does anybody go with him? Hill to the bottom. Alex Hill leads into turn 3. It's Matt Lee that will go to his outside elbow. Here comes Range on the top side, but they're starting to fade. No help up top. Who's the next one to go 3 wide? Logan York, he's looking for the bonus. He's got a bit of work to do in behind Michael Guest. He's got to go now if he wants to get to the front of the field. They're going to finish it right here and right now. White flag. 1 lap to go at Talladega. Into turn 1, it's Matt Lee, Alex Hill, the former teammates side by side. Hill gets turned right in front of the field. Who gets through it? Guerrero sideways, Nagel sideways. Guerrero starts to save it. Now he goes around. And it's a 2-horse race at the front of the field. It's PGR's Mike Davenport. It's Cody Nagels in the 6. And they're just going to drag race. Who's got the better side draft? Where does Nagels go right here? He's not going to have a run if he dives in behind Mike Davenport. Davenport goes to the lead. Nagels goes to second, and it's mano a mano. We'll have a drag race all the way home. We'll watch the wreck in a minute. Off turn 4. Davenport, can he complete the most legendary 2-week run of his career? Blocks once. Nagels to the fence. Davenport blocks again. Now Nagels to the bottom. They will drag race all the way home. At the line. Door banging. Side by side. It's a photo finish, and it's triple zeros. And I think Mike Davenport for Team PGR has won. We'll go back. We'll look at the video replay because this is as close gets. And luckily, we have a camera for this. So let's go back. Let's look at this. Let's give you an official winner. I mean, this was a drag race of all drag races. Door banging, side drafting, as pure as racing can get. And let's see it. Here we go. Let's see. Through the trial, well, they started a door bang. I mean, this one of the wildest looks I've ever seen, and I think it may have been just the slightest bit too much for Cody Nagels because I think it allows, and that's about as good an angle as you're going to get. And there you have it. Mike Davenport has won PGR eSports Friday night race from Talladega, and there is your definitive look from the start-finish line. The 55 wins it for Team PGR. An incredible victory to cap off quite possibly the best couple weeks of Mike Davenport's career. A crowning achievement tonight at Talladega, and what a win it is. Before we go to the results, we're going to go back. We're going to watch the finish because a lot happened on this last lap. So bear with us. We're going to go back. We're going to see what happened to Alex Hill here in turn number 1 because this was going to be a great race to the finish. All right, here we go. Let's see. Alex Hill leading the bottom line in front of Nathaniel Lee. We're going to go up top to the chopper camera. An offset push from further back. Looks like from Malik Ray or Kevin Freeze. Gets Lee out of shape on Hill. Hill goes sideways. And, I mean, this is just about everybody. Hill gets sideways. Lee gets sideways. Then I thought Vicente Guerrero might get through it. In the 14, he goes sideways. Kevin Freeze starts to go sideways. Malik Ray, Michael Guest, Zach Range, Kenny McCullough, G.R. Miller. And look at Vicente. I mean, mad props to Vicente Guerrero for saving this truck. I thought for sure he had it saved enough to get it. And, man, Dylan Jones as well. I didn't even notice that before. Dylan Jones tried to save this truck as well. And I'm looking at timing and scoring. So if you'll remember back with me real quick. Remember back. Devin Ray was a lap down on the last run of the race, right? He gets the lucky dog with 2 laps to go and restarts 17th. Ladies and gentlemen, he finished tonight's race in 5th. So, as such, we're not even going to have an onboard for him. He didn't even pop in a frame until it was too late. Oh my goodness, what? All right, well, let's just, let's see how far back we can get this. Because I want to try to do this justice. I think it's only fair. Let's see. All right. Devin Ray, after being a lap down for the second half of the race and 17th when we took the green flag with 2 to go, drives all the way to 5th. Unreal. What a drive. He's actually going to pass Malik Ray here in turns 3 and 4. So we'll keep it on board for that. He goes around Malik. Malik, no try to block. You see up ahead they're racing for 3rd with J.R. Miller, Vicente Guerrero. We'll actually go up here and check out this race to the finish as well. Actually, they were not racing. That was Vicente Guerrero and Brian Hennings. An eventful last lap, an incredible finish. At the end of the day, it's Mike Davenport that gets the victory in a drag race for the ages, and another botched call. I mean, this is probably the 3rd or 4th in a row that I've had to botch because the finish has been so close. So my apologies for that. But my scoring legitimately shows triple zeros. I mean, you saw it when it came up the first time. It shows triple zeros, but at the end of the day, it's Mike Davenport that gets the victory at Talladega. Mike Davenport is a PGR winner. He wins tonight in the Friday Night Series by 5 1/1000ths of a second over the Extra Life Chevrolet of Cody Nagels, who finishes 2nd for Dale Cup. It's J.R. Miller who completes a PGR 1-3 finish in tonight's race with a 3rd place effort. Vicente Guerrero, great effort for him as well. In 4th, Devin Ray, 17th to 5th on the last lap. He'll get the money as well. Malik Ray gets himself a cash spot at the end of things as well. Nathaniel Lee, not meant to be for him tonight in the 18. He finishes 7th. Kevin Freeze finishes 8th. Alex Hill 9th. And Kenny McCullough in 10th. Matt Lee finishes 11th. Logan York in 12th. Kenny Reel in 13th. Dylan Jones in 14th. Michael Guest in 15th. Zach Range finishes 16th. David Sheets 17th. Brian Hennings in 18th. Danny Barnes in 19th. And Heath Job in 20th. Brock Westmoreland in 21st. Nathan Rostasel 22nd. Richard Elliott 23rd. Kenneth Moyer 24th. And Sean Corbett in 25th. It is Jaron Haynes in 26th. Jonathan Legier 27th. Tim White 28th. Kenny Stamper 29th. And Andrew Navarro rounds out the top 30. Robert Wagner finishes 31st. Jimmy Emos in 32nd. Mark Vondell in 33rd. Manatzi Major in 34th. Stephen Allen 35th. Dustin Carruthers 36th. Mark Matt 37th. John Mullahan 38th. Justin Mills 39th. And Michael Clay in 40th. We've got some interviews to do, some post-race show things to take care of. Stay with us here on PGR eSports. We're going to go grab your top 3. We're going to talk to all 3 of them. Stay with us as we talk to J.R. Miller, Cody Nagels, and your winner, Mike Davenport. Back live from Talladega Superspeedway. We'll get into your post-race show now and talk to your top 3. And we will start with the man who finished in 3rd. One of the drivers for PGR eSports completing what ends up being a really successful banner night for the PGR team. And it is Tuesday night winner from this season, J.R. Miller. J.R., it's Dawson in the booth. You get a copy?
Hey, what's up, Dawson?
Well, I got to ask, a wild finish to tonight's race. I mean, number one, it comes down to fuel strategy. Then a caution comes out. You get another chance. You and Mike Davenport, it's kind of funny. I didn't even mention this. You guys stay out longer than anyone in the field, and you come to pit road with 6 to go. It looks like all hope is lost, and in the end of the day, you're sitting here on the podium. take me through the roller coaster that was the last 5 laps of this race.
Yeah, you sit back there and got stuck on the bottom line, couldn't make no moves. You don't really want to caution, but you just hope that when something does happen in front of you, you can avoid it. I mean, I ducked. I seen it getting turned. I think it was Alex in turn 3 or turn 2, and I just turned down to get as low as I could, and I went in the grass, and then I think I hit Kenny and I hit somebody else down there. It kind of killed all my momentum. I'm like, well, just try to get straightened out and keep going. And I look to my right, and there's nobody there, and there's only 2 trucks in front of me, and I was able to keep a little bit of momentum going and pass Vicente there and get up to third. And I'm just happy as hell for Davenport.
Well, big win for Mike Davenport. Big night for you guys as a team. And look, this is a serious tear you guys are starting to go on. I mean, the whole team is really working in sync, but Mike Davenport wins the Monday night, the Little Guys Championship last week. You've won a Tuesday Night Thunder race this season. You're running up front a lot. What have you guys done, to kind of spark this run that you guys are going on right now?
I just think we were being kind of cautious. We were going into these races about, let's not qualify or let's stay in the back and ride around. And that really is not fun. I mean, that's not here what you're in the car to do. You want to race. And I've just become the mindset of got to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, you still got to have a little bit of caution out there, but you got to be aggression to get up front and, show you these other guys out here. I mean, because this is the best of the best out here. So show these guys that you can get up there. You can push them if need be. When we get going 3 and 4 wide, they can trust you, and you're not going to do any stupid moves. And it's finally starting to pay a little bit here lately. So Davenport's on a tear now. I've been finishing podiums. I mean, I'd really like to get my PGR win, but or my second one. But it's fun coming out here running these races and seeing the guys on the team really stepping up their game.
Well, so much fun to watch tonight for sure. You come home with a 3rd place finish and a really nice payday here in the Friday night race. So before we let you go and celebrate it just a little bit, is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out?
Hey, just thank for Michael and Baker, putting this league and these races together. I mean, you see we're starting to attract some really top-notch drivers, and that goes back to why we're getting so good, because we're racing against these guys. So thank them. Thank you for broadcasting. Austin, I don't know if he's out there tonight. Thank my girlfriend for putting her name on the truck. Thank Ron Morris for the new paint job, and let's go Team PGR.
Well, absolutely. Thanks for talking to me for a second. Go enjoy it and go celebrate it with your teammate. We will talk to you real soon.
All right.
J.R. Miller, the 78, tonight's 3rd place finisher from Talladega. We will now go to the man who finished second, the wrong end of this big-time classic finish from Talladega. As the driver for Dale Cup, the driver of the 6, that is Cody Nagels. Cody, it's Dawson in the booth. You get a copy. Oh, we had him for a second. Just jumping back up here. Let's try that again. Cody, it's Dawson in the booth. You get a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know you hate to hear the word second, but part of another classic finish here on a Friday night, you see your teammates all kind of get taken out in that last lap incident. You have to scramble a bit. What was the mindset? What was going through your head when you were racing Mike Davenport there at the end?
I think the mindset was make sure nobody could catch us, so at least we could get 1-2, and that's actually why I went behind him, was like twofold. I want to get a run on him in the tri-oval, but at the same time, I don't want anyone to catch us, which little did I know they weren't going to. But I didn't know that at the time, and I was trying to scramble real quick to figure out, do I want to be above him? Do I want to be below him? So I figured maybe the best move was to get behind him, and I wish I'd have had it to do over a little bit differently, because I had the momentum. I was carrying it below him, and then I tried to cut down his momentum exiting the tri-oval, but I don't think I had to. I went back and looked at it, and I was carrying enough momentum, and I don't think I had to hit him like I did. But you live and learn on that kind of stuff. I hit him, and then I broke away, and I think I jerked the wheel too far to the left, and it got him to just beat me at the line. But couldn't have happened to a better guy. I'm really glad to see Mike get his first win, and I know he's been wanting it, and he is very, very deserving. One of the more improved guys out here on the track, and it shows tonight.
Well, it does look kind of a weird race tonight. We don't see these pit strategy races often. We see 2 back-to-back green flag pit stops, and man, I'll tell you what, you guys had the winning strategy. You guys had the most trucks at the front. There at the end, what went into it? What went into the strategy tonight? Kind of what was the thought process there that got you guys up front when it mattered?
I think more so just the chemistry between the guys. I mean, we're always just having fun and bull crapping in Discord and keeping everything very lighthearted. And obviously, as you know, the deep history with me and Vince, and then obviously the success with Alex and Lee. And it just seems like any combination of us that get on the track, and it don't matter where we start, but at the end of the race, you know, it seems like three, if not all four of us, are up there fighting for the win.
Well, tonight, a second place for you, a nice payday for you as well, coming in runner-up tonight on the Friday Night PGR race. Before we let you go and celebrate it just a little bit, is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out?
Yeah, Dawson, want to thank you and everyone at PGR eSports, Michael Triscaro, Baker, everything all you guys do behind the scenes. I want to thank my teammates at Dale Cup tonight again, Vince, Alex, and Matt Lee. I want to thank my sponsors, Friend Real Estate, Extra Life, and Martin Sports for the good finish and hopefully some more consistent finishes moving forward.
Well, absolutely. Congratulations on the second place finish tonight. A great run for you. Go enjoy it. Go celebrate. We'll be talking to you real soon.
Yep, thank you.
Cody Nagels finishes tonight's race in the second position, and now it leads us to the man of the hour. You heard Cody segue into it. The first PGR win for the driver for Team PGR, and that is Mike Davenport in the 55. And we're going to get him in here now as he is your race winner. He's in victory lane tonight for the first time. Mike Davenport. Mike, it's Dawson the booth. You get a copy.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Well, I'm getting used to this a little bit. Second time in 2 weeks that I'm getting to talk to you, and man, this is a big one. I know this is a big deal. This is your first PGR win, at least as I've heard, and man, what an achievement this is for you. What a moment. Take us through that last lap. Man, I'm sure there's a lot going through your head right now, but take us through that last lap, that battle, and that classic photo finish there with Cody.
Oh, yeah, that last lap was definitely wild. You know, it happened so fast, it's still kind of blurry, you know. But one thing I do know is when I saw some guys going up to the top lane, I was thinking that maybe that was going to be the way to go, and then I just saw Cody in front of me in the middle lane, and I just felt like I knew where he was going, and I knew where I wanted to go, and I felt like if I got up there and got on his bumper, that things were probably gonna go the way I wanted. So just kind of threaded the needle through the middle there, and got on his bumper, and I'm not exactly sure what happened with the guys getting loose under us or what happened, and next thing I know, it's me and Cody, the C's part, and it's me and him. And I think there was a little bit of cat and mouse in between us. I think maybe he was kind of letting off the throttle a little bit to kind of pull behind me to get a lane or to get a run on me. And I kind of did the same, so he wasn't able to take advantage of that. Then I saw him go up high, and kind of been working on my blocking skills for better or worse. But then he went down low, and then he came up and kind of got into my door and to kill my momentum, and I don't blame him for that at all. But then I think he kind of turned down the track a little bit hard, and then kind of killed his momentum, and I had just enough to get past him, and it was just a super fun ending to a super fun race for me.
Well, a fun race to watch, a fun ending to watch about everything that happened in that last lap. It could have happened on the last lap of one of these races. We'll just kind of reflect on it for a minute. This has got to be a big win for you. I heard JR talking about it a minute ago. Take a second and reflect on what this win means to you tonight.
Man, I mean, this has turned into, PGR, winning a PGR race to me, especially being on the team and being here since the beginning, not just since the beginning of, the PGR races, but being, one of the original members of the PGR team. We've always, all of us, not just our team, but everybody who runs in this, they really want to win this race. And, to finally get one, I don't even know if it's really set in all the way yet. I've had trouble just even, I think I finished fourth place more times than I would like to even think about, and not even get a podium here, but to finally not only get the podium and get the win, I feel like, kind of made a statement over the last couple of weeks here that, you know, uh, I belong here, and you know, I really don't even, like I said, it's still kind of letting it sink in, and I'm just kind of blown away, to get that win and, have it come down to me versus Cody and all this great competition that we have here. It really means a lot to me.
Well, a big win for you tonight. A huge moment for you, a huge moment for the whole team PGR. So we'll let you get back to him here and celebrate in a moment. But before we do, is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out?
Absolutely. I definitely want to thank my PGR teammates. I want to thank Triscaro for starting this and running this team and doing such a great job. I mean, we've got a lot of good promoters in this thing, but I mean, Michael and what Baker's done, teaming up with him, on the management side has been just absolutely second to none. And this thing just keeps on growing, and I think there's just bigger things to come with this series, with this league, with these guys that run this race all the time, and it wouldn't be what it is without the competition that we have here, because we can race other places, and you can go into officials, and it just doesn't have that gusto to it. It just doesn't have that same feeling. There's an adrenaline rush that you get with racing these guys that are just so good at this, and to go up against the best, basically the MVPs of super speedway racing just makes it that much better. I'm really looking forward to the future and just gonna keep on trying to tear it up and go up here and be aggressive and try and win some more races.
We look forward to seeing it as we go forward here. Congratulations. Go enjoy it. Go celebrate this monumental win for you. Go enjoy it. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mike Davenport, the man of the hour tonight, the winner from Talladega in a classic photo finish tonight. I mean, you could not have asked for a better finish to this one. Racing at its best, racing at its purest tonight at the end of this race. Mike Davenport is your winner from Talladega by 5/1000ths of a second over Cody Nagels in an incredible race here from Talladega that had a little bit of everything, a little bit of crashing, a little bit of pit strategy, and a classic finish at the end. What a race it was. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. It was fantastic to bring all the action to you. I look forward to the next time that we'll get together and do this again. A few programming notes for you before we get going here tonight. Next on tap for PGR eSports is Tuesday Night Thunder on Tuesday night with myself and Austin Green in the booth on the call for you for Tuesday Night Thunder as that series really approaches the nitty-gritty of the playoffs coming up over there. We'll be back again next Thursday for some more racing. I'll double check really quickly and give you an idea of what we're going to be doing next week in that race. As next Thursday night, we will be running we're going back to Talladega. I can tell you that much. I'm closing out the wrong windows here. We are going to the trucks again. So we'll be in the truck series again next Thursday. So looking forward to that next Thursday night in the Intimidator Superspeedway Series. Hope you'll join us here on PGR eSports. We'll be back again next Friday as well for another one of these bigger payout races. I look forward to it all the time. Little Guys Series is back a week from Monday. Remember that. Keep that on the calendar. I can't wait for that either. A lot of great stuff coming up on PGR eSports. Mike Davenport in Victory Lane tonight on Friday night. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Dawson Wise. You've been watching PGR eSports. And until next time, good night.